Here's another rambling talk video. Completely unplanned, unscripted. But these have been getting a very high average view duration. Now, granted, they're longer recordings than songs, but it was contrary to my expectation that so many people would be listening for a considerable amount of time. So here's another one. I think there's some people out there that are interested in the inspirations for songs that I write. So let me talk about a couple. Let me talk about a couple that are linked in a way because they are directly from dreams. The most, well, I should say the oldest one, but the most recent post is "If I Am Writing and the Storm Begins to Rage." You know how to click on the name here and get to my videos. I'm not going to bother bombarding you with posting links. If you want to check it out, if you haven't heard it yet, just go to my page and find it. It's like going to be the second row, maybe by the time you hear this, the third row, a little farther in of the videos. If I Am Writing and the Storm Begins to Rage. This song, I dreamed up that phrase decades ago. I had a dream that I was in a classroom, and outside there was this really weird darkening sky, really ominous. And there was this writing on the chalkboard, and it was like a college classroom. And the writing was, "If I am writing and the storm begins to rage." And that was the entire dream. I woke up, and let me tell you, most of the time if I dream about writing or numbers, it's usually cryptic. So on those rare occasions when I actually recall seeing actual words, it usually startles me and usually makes me think in almost like a superstitious manner, like, wow, that's got to be something, you know. So I wrote a song about it, and that's all that was up on there on the chalkboard. If I'm writing the storm begins to rage, but I just completed it into an entire song, and exactly the lyrics that are on what I posted, and exactly the melody. But back then, what I did for music was I had an external sound module that I controlled with a computer. That was a Commodore Amiga computer with some software on it, and connected it to the sound module, and then I had another connector for the keyboard to play this thing. And it's very different than how things are done today. And then what I would do is I would play the pre-sequenced music with the drums and keys and everything, and I would then sing to it live while recording a demo. And in those days, if you wanted to send a demo to a record company, you basically sent a cassette tape. So I'd make these cassette tapes, like a few a week, and of course I received countless rejection letters, mainly I think because, as I said, did not have a good singing voice. I kept at it, hoping that it would improve, hoping maybe somebody in a record label would think, hey, if we fix this guy's voice up with effects, maybe we can make something out of it. So I kept sending it out, and I had heard that if the record label contacts you by phone, you're signed, man, you're signed. So one day I actually got a phone call from BMG Records, Artists and Repertoire, and I was like, wow, man, this is my break. But he called just to tell me that I should give up singing and pursue songwriting. Again, this is the song that I posted recently, "If I Am Writing and the Storm Begins to Rage." That was the song. Of course, not that version, because you don't hear my horrible voice on it. But it was that song that prompted them to call me. So I was crestfallen. I was absolutely determined that I was going to be a singer. I couldn't think about just being some kind of geeky songwriter, right? So I just gave up everything. That was part of a sequence of things that happened that made me decide I was gonna give up this music. It's a waste of time. Then I went to college and law school and a couple of different graduate degrees and pursued a kind of several career paths. And it took me a while to reconnect with music. But anyways, that song I was able to do with an AI voice, and so I can get something that sounds better than my singing voice on there. I ended up going with a female voice kind of by accident. I couldn't get the right voice with the male singer, and accidentally chose a female voice at one point, and it was kind of like that female voice captured an element of the song that was there or potentially there. It was kind of like another take that kind of belongs in there, and I didn't realize it. So I was happy with that. Anyways, I've always thought it was kind of cool, that phrase, and it stuck in my head. And even though I don't have any of those old demos, I remembered all of the words and all the melodies over the years. And so with the help of AI and digital audio workstation, I was able to come up with something that people can listen to, and hopefully they get the meaning out of that song. I won't really go into all of the meaning of it, but you can listen to it and see for yourself what that's about. The other song is a newer song, but one I posted longer ago. It's called Key Message Dream. And this one I will tell you more about, mainly because the dream was longer. And what happened was, I was dreaming I was in some kind of lobby. And all of a sudden, someone came after me and attacked me. It actually proved to be a female. So I didn't want to hurt her. What I did was I stepped aside. And when I stepped aside, she hurtled into a wall and apparently injured herself. And everyone was blaming me. And so that's why when you listen to the lyrics, it's talking about trying to deflect danger and avoid injury to another. That's where that all comes from. And I was so bothered by that dream when I woke up. Another interesting thing about that dream was it was a part of many, many, many dreams I had had that night. It's like I had all these little tiny dreams, and that one seemed to kind of link them all together. So go to my page if you're interested in listening to that. It's called Key Message Dream, and it's an older post, so you might have to scroll down my videos. For that one, I also used a female singer, and there's a picture of a female, very attractive female there, and click on it and check it out. As far as I can recall, I think that's the only two dream-oriented songs that I have posted. Anyways, those are the most significant to me. So check them out. Let me know what you think. And remember, subscribe. And if anything has meaning for you, well, bookmark it. Come back and listen. I appreciate shares and likes, but really the main thing I like to see is return viewers. If I see even one person or two people have come back and listened to a particular track a few times, so don't worry, I'm not gonna know who you are, but it will tell me the system will tell me if there's been, like, especially an older video, somebody's come back and listened to it throughout the day. Then I know that what I have posted has meaning to someone, and that's more important to me than getting a lot of views and a lot of likes. If there's one person whose life is improved or has more meaning because of something that I posted out of my experience, out of my dreams, my feelings, or whatever, then it's worth it. Then it's definitely worth it. All right. Thank you for listening to this recording, and keep listening.